Besiktas and the Delhi Capitals, they look dead and buried in this game.
You the beat, got the world on a string. To live forever, you'll do anything. This is an art to do everything.
They never gave up hope. They never gave up belief.
It's the time of our life.
Victory snatched from the jaws of defeat.
You were right in control of the game. Where did it all go wrong?
I like the way that you're looking at me.
They say nothing inspires like revenge. And a supergiant dose is on the cards.
It's the time of our life.
By a team that's riding high on form, riding high from winning thrillers.
Absolutely cruising.
What a game for Lucknow Supergiants.
They lie in wait at home for a team that's hit a bump in the road.
Delhi's heroics can't be repeated here.
Well, tough luck today.
Tonight at Ekana, Delhi Capitals are looking to rise, seeking the double.
He's looked like a man on a mission.
As old friends become foes, big hitters prepare their willows. Bowlers ready to wield their magic, and two Gen Bolt captains seeking resurgence. It's Lucknow Supergiants taking on Delhi Capitals in Revenge Week. This dish is best served cold.
Revenge Week seems to have given us the spice that we all yearn for. And here we are for two neighbors clashing, but there's also some exes who could come to the fore. Hello and welcome to Asian Paints Game Plan. Setting up this game plan for Lucknow Supergiants and the Delhi Capitals. I've got Piyush Chawla, world champion, of course, former head coach with the Mumbai Indians, former South African international Mark Boucher. Bouchy, Lucknow Supergiants taking on the Delhi Capitals. It's the battle of exes, to be honest, but for Lucknow, how high will their confidence be coming into this game after the win against RR? But also to remember that the reverse fixture, it was Delhi who won this game.
Yeah. Did Lucknow win that, or did RR choke that? Look, I think the confidence will be extremely high. It's always nice as a unit, when you're still sort of in the middle of the log to win those tight games. Right. They'll feel that they sort of stole one there and they stole 2 points. And they're sort of sitting, near the top of the log at the moment. So another win for them will be massive for them, push them, towards the top end of the log. I think there'll be the revenge of the previous game, where they'll think that if we had played that a little bit better, got our bowling decisions right and field placings right, we could have another 2 points in the bag. So that will be something that they'll want to look at and say, listen, we need to be better this time around in order to beat Delhi.
For Lucknow, the one thing which has not been lucky for them is runs off Rishabh Pant's bat. Because both these sides, they swapped their trump cards. KL Rahul went from LSG to DC and Rishabh Pant went from DC to LSG. KL Rahul has got the runs, Rishabh Pant still struggling for those runs. But is it a case when you're up against your ex-side, man, I got to prove a point to you that you let me go?
Well, they don't have to prove a point, to be very honest, but you just want to go out there and enjoy your game. And especially Rishabh Pant being a captain and team is on a winning run. They've won quite a few games, and especially when they missed their few of the key bowlers, and still they are sitting pretty in the points table as well. So you just want to go out there and contribute for the team's cause, because they are heavily dependent on top three. But what will happen someday when these three will get out? So Rishabh Pant needs to take that onus on himself and score those important runs. And it's important to get those runs against a team like Delhi, where we can also get the confidence that, okay, I got runs against my ex-team. And then going forward in the tournament, that will really help the cause for Lucknow then.
The results are going their way, but they need their captain to fire. And our friends at ESPN Crick Info do some number crunching and tell you exactly why RP is failing.
The madness and magic from Rishabh Pant's bat has been missing in this Tata IPL.
LSG skipper walks back.
In 7 innings, he has scored only 106 runs at a strike rate of 98, all while batting in the top 4. In fact, Pant's average of 15 is the lowest among all batters who've played 7 or more innings in the league this season. For someone who has batted in the top 4, this is one of the most disastrous starts in the last 10 years of IPL. Rishabh has been dismissed every single time he's gone out to bat, and his 7 dismissal to bowlers is the most for anyone since 2015, who's faced 108 deliveries, that Pant has faced so far this season. Talking about strike rates, in one of the most explosive seasons, Pant is striking at less than 50 runs below the season average of 149. Something the Lucknow skipper won't be proud of, as his team's strike rate stands at an impressive 157, which is the third best this season. Lucknow Super Giants have stayed afloat in the season thanks largely to runs from their overseas batters in the top three. But they will want their Indian batters to fire as well during the second phase of the tournament. Being a senior batter and the leader of the side, Rishabh Pant needs to hit his straps quickly to bring back his missing madness.
I want to go out on a limb and say this, that Rishabh Pant has been shielded by that top three, that the results have also gone in their way, and had it not been that case, I guess the questions around Rishabh Pant would have been louder. But it seems like the top order is a game of whack-a-mole, because if Mitchell Marsh stays quiet, Nicholas Pooran gets you. If Nicholas Pooran and Mitchell Marsh stay quiet, Aiden Markram gets you, like he showed us in the previous game. 230 runs in the last 5 games. How good has he been?
I think if you have a look at the auction, the way that Aiden Markram got sold, he didn't get sold for a lot of money. The Mitch Marshes got sold for a lot of money, and Pooran got sold for a lot of money. So I think that going into the IPL, he would have always thought, like, you know, I'm going to be the guy sort of at the back end, just playing a support role to these two guys. I think when Mitch Marsh, he missed a game for some personal reasons.
Sure.
I thought that brought the best out of Aiden Markram as well, because it put a bit of responsibility on his head. Aiden is a natural leader. He's leading South Africa as well. So in the previous game as well, you lose Mitch Marsh, then you lose Pooran. That all of a sudden, Aiden's got to play with a bit of responsibility, and he likes that. He likes to be that guy that the team is really depending on. So I think that's brought the best out of him. As a unit together, the way that the top three are working at the moment, complementing each other in different sort of ways.
2 overs from Mitchell Starc in the power play, and you know Starkey is capable of getting them those big breakthroughs.
He's a very dangerous bowler. But Aiden Markram, the one thing which I really like about him, he's somebody who's very strong technically, and if somebody is strong technically, so you can swing the ball, but he'll play with the full face of the bat. So that will be a very interesting battle to watch out for. And on the other hand, Mitchell Marsh also is the same. Like, he also likes to use the straight bat, and he plays that square of the wicket also really well. So I think Mitchell Marsh and Adrian Markram against Mitchell Starc, if the ball is swinging, that will be really interesting to watch then.
And then you got DC, who's playing a nice little game. Who opens today? All right, we'll pick up a chip. Abhishek, it's you. No, today it's KL Rahul. No, it's Karun Nair. Oh wait, we don't know what we're doing. Second worst numbers as far as power play is concerned in terms of wickets lost. It's strange that DC is right there at the top of the table, and they still can't figure who needs to open for them.
Yeah, it's a massive hole, and unfortunately this would not have been a part of their plan A or plan B. You know, Jake Fraser-McGurk not scoring runs for them has been massive. That's the one guy that previous season he had actually done very well. They sort of banked on him doing a lot better. Then you have Faf du Plessis who's been injured.
Yep.
So I sort of feel for them that they probably don't know where to go at the moment. You know, Nair's coming in and he's actually done a decent job. Porel's done a decent job, but they're batting out of position at the moment. So one would hope that Faf du Plessis is going to get back into the side now. Hopefully his injury is done. There's sort of the starts that they've been getting. They've been losing wickets. It's been putting them under pressure, especially towards the back end of the power play. KL Rahul has always got to come in and do a rescue job of the whole batting lineup as well. So it hasn't been ideal for them, but they've found a way. They've been finding a way how to win, and that is something that they'll really enjoy.
And that way is called KL Rahul, because he's been the best batsman on offer from DC, and he's 51 runs away from getting to a massive milestone. He'll be the fastest to 5,000 runs in 130 innings. Only David Warner, who's gotten there in 135, that record could be broken. I mean, KL Rahul. Now the question is, how do the LSG Pacers take him on, considering his numbers this season?
I don't see many holes with KL. I mean, KL's opened the batting for India in Test cricket. You don't open the batting and do well in South African conditions as well, where your technique really gets tested, and you do well. So there's not many holes that he has got. I just think that it'll always be fun to see a Yadav bowling against a KL Rahul, good pace. Whether they can do that, I understand the last game they needed to go with a batter as an impact player. So unfortunately, we didn't see Yadav. The other thing about Yadav as well is that if he comes back in now, he hasn't played a lot of cricket, and he's also coming off the back of the injury. So we can't expect him to just go out and do special things. He's going to bowl with pace, hopefully, but he's got to get the ball in the right place, because a guy like KL Rahul if you bowl with pace and you miss your mark, you're going to fetch on the day.
That spin trio, one of the best. You got Vipraj, you got Akshar, the captain himself, but Kuldeep Yadav. UP man to another UP man. Kuldeep, we've always loved him, PC. We spent so much time with him in Kolkata Knight Riders as well. How do you see him fare against the might and the firepower of Nicholas Pooran? Because mind you, he's gotten him out 5 times.
He got him out 5 times, and the one bowler which against Pooran is a bit struggling. I'll not say struggling, but he's not having that kind of a go is against the left-arm wrist spinners. And the kind of form Kuldeep has shown in last few games, especially this season throughout. So it will be a good battle to watch out for, but I feel Kuldeep still got a bit of upper hand because when you're playing at Lucknow, it's a big ground. Wicket gets to spin a bit. So Kuldeep Yadav will come and do what he's doing the best at the moment. He'll just come and bowl in the right areas. He will not try to do something special. He just want to hit those good areas because he knows the way ball is. He's literally talking to the ball at the moment. Right. He wants to pitch the ball wherever he wants. So if this happens with the wrist spinner, he's very dangerous then.
X's on the field, revenge on their minds. There's a grudge match coming your way. Who are the players who could have maximum impact in this game?
Well, I'm going the bowler of the tournament so far is Kuldeep Yadav, and I'm going with the batter of the tournament, Nicholas Pooran. Great matchup for the two.
Easy for Mark Boucher. Who has the edge going in this game, considering that we are at the Ikana, big ground, big squares?
I'll say Delhi, because looking at their bowling strength at the moment, Mitchell Starc, Kuldeep Yadav, Vipraj, who has done really well, and if everyone, like a lot of people won't be knowing that Vipraj has come from this ground only. Then Akshar Patel is there. So 3 quality spinners in that big ground. Maybe a little slow surface. So Delhi.
All right, that's all we've got here on Asian Paints Game Plan. But remember, Lucknow Super Giants hosting the Delhi Capitals at the Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee Ekana Stadium in Lucknow. Coverage starts off at 6:30 p.m. here on the JioStar Network. So until the next time we meet you, it's bye-bye.